we have the pleasure of having Dr. Bob Baugher here with us. Dr. Baugher is a professor of psychology at Highline Community College in the Seattle area. He also has a certificate in thanatology, which is helping folks to deal with grief and loss issues. He is also one of the major players in helping with the Compassionate Friends Society in the Seattle area. Dr. Baugher was generous enough to contact us and say, I'm coming up on the cruise ship. I've got time. I'd be happy to talk to folks. We at Hospice looked at Dr. Baugher's background and said, you know, we need to do something for our community. And so therefore, we've brought this workshop on suicide intervention and coping with suicide loss. Dr. Baugher has great credentials, and I'd like to introduce him and bring him up on stage.
Alaska, wow, what a great place. We were in Glacier Bay yesterday, and they told us it's not raining. You should be very happy. So, and also thanks for applauding. I've been teaching college for a lot of years, and when you walk into the classroom, students never applaud for you. You know? They're hoping that maybe you didn't show up for the exam, right? I know some of you. So let me get a feel for who's here today. How many of you have had the experience of losing someone through suicide? How many of you have that? Okay, a lot of you. Well, welcome. The first part that we're going to cover, as you see in your packet there, and for those of you who want to follow along and take notes, that's great. For those of you who just want to put it aside and look at it later, that's great too. In my class, that would be they would lose 2 points off their grade for doing that. So, and then the second part of it will be taking a look at coping with loss after a suicide. And so over the years, I've been teaching this class on death for more than 30 years now. So in 1977, I first taught the course, and then in 2007, on the first day of class, I'm looking at 40 students sitting there with their eyes wide open, wondering, what is this class on death going to be like? You know? And I said to them, well, I'd like to congratulate you because this is the 30th anniversary of me teaching this class. And then I said to them, so I want you to think back what you were doing in 1977, you know? And they're looking at me like, doesn't this guy understand? You know, I wasn't even a gleam in somebody's eye, okay? And then about 12, 13 years ago, I got involved in the Washington State Youth Suicide Prevention Project. 2 parents had experienced the death of their son. His name was Trevor Simpson. And they, after a couple years, decided that they wanted to do something about it. And so gathered all the facts about youth suicide in Washington State, and they went to the legislature. And one of the things, as many of you know, is that you do not want to get in the way of parents, especially parents who've experienced the death of a child. And they worked hard, and they got the Washington State Legislature back, I think it was about 1995, to put forth $1 million toward suicide prevention, suicide intervention.